And a good Friday, everybody. Welcome in. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. He's Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe. Dr. Cray, Nick Frazier, back in the studio on the ones and twos. Joe, what's up?
Oh, man, we're having a good day out here at Reunion Township at 109, doing a nice little remote. We are proud partners with them. And we're just kind of enjoying our day until we all perish tonight when this weather comes through.
Yeah,
So
well, we'll be all right.
praying that it's just rain and some wind, and that's it. We've been through this enough.
It's just a little wind. It's still good. Still good.
Right?
I feel like every time you and I are about to go to Key West, that's when weather happens.
Right? I mean, something happens. So hopefully it won't. Our plane's been delayed on Sunday getting out of Nashville.
No, our flight's been canceled.
Flight's been canceled. That's okay. Try to be nice about it. But we'll worry about that on down the road. And before that, we have a nice show planned for today. So we're excited where we are at Reunion Township out here, nestled between Mount Juliet and Lebanon. And we'll talk more about that later on throughout the show.
Yep. So we're excited, and thank you to them for having us here today. I've got a great show planned. Coming up at 12:30, we're going. Speaking of the weather, we're going to talk to the official meteorologist of the Chase and Big Joe show,
Yes.
Katy Morgan from Fox 17.
Can't wait.
She's going to kind of let us know what's going on because there are still some high school football games scheduled for tonight.
There are.
A lot played last night, but some did not, and so kind of keep you updated on that as the playoffs have started in the TSSAA. 1 o'clock, Chris Sanders for our usual conversation with him. The Big Red won last night, so good for them. And then 2:30, Sean Henry, the CEO of the Nashville Predators, as they get ready to head to Sweden.
Hope he's packed, right? Ready to go?
Oh, I'm sure he is.
And then they're on the – when's that game? Next Friday?
The first one is next Friday, so we won't have a show next Friday because it'll be during our show. And then the second game is Sunday morning with coverage beginning at 7.
Nice. They're a few hours ahead of us over there in Sweden, right?
So breakfast with the Preds.
Well done there. Yeah. So good for them, man. They have a game they played last night. They get the Rangers Saturday?
No, Monday.
Monday.
Yep. The Stars tomorrow at Bridgestone Arena. So tomorrow will be the last home game before the Sweden trip.
Okay. Nice.
So, yeah, looking forward to it. Going to be fun. And then a big weekend of college football. The Titans are off.
Titans are off week.
Yep.
Don't you dare say it.
The awful week.
It's not a bye week. I don't want the wrath of Joe Rexroad explaining to us again that it's not the bye week. It's an off week.
So you're buying into what Mr. Rexroad is selling there.
Because he is correct.
Yeah.
So you could be cool or it could be correct. I'd rather be correct.
Yeah.
And Joe's correct. So they're not on a bye week. They're on an off week.
Okay. Yeah. I'm good with it.
Did I tell you the story about the bye week, about the word bye, B-Y-E?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you this?
No.
There used to be a thing in Nashville, and y'all remember this, a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. All ages, all people from around the country would come in here. It's like Music City Hoops 3-on-3. We always played in it. So one team, their name was Bye, B-Y-E. This is a true story. So when Chase McCabe's team would go and show up and see who they're playing, well, you got to bye. You didn't show up. So they made it all the way to the semifinals of this like one of the top groups because the team would see who they're playing and it'd be a bye.
It would be a forfeit.
It was so ingenious.
What was this?
The Music City Hoops 3-on-3 back in the mid-'90s.
Oh,
we played it where the Hilton Hotel is right now, downtown Nashville. But if y'all remember this, it was amazing because it was B-Y-E. You pull up like, oh, we got to buy in the first round. And finally, they went all the way to the semifinals, and the team showed up, and they had to play. And everybody's like, oh, you can't do it. So they made the rule the next year, like, you can't do that. You can't – your name cannot be BYE.
Oh, yeah, you only get away with that one time.
But it was brilliant.
Oh.
And then they got beat like 55-4 in their semifinal game.
So what you're telling me is they weren't good.
They weren't good. But it was just the fact they sit down and put the word bye in the tournament bracket was amazing. And then it was never allowed again.
That is a fantastic story.
It really is.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. But we're excited. Got a big Friday show planned. Do you have a question of the day?
I do. I love it. I'm ready for this one. You ready?
Yep. Go ahead.
So we're live today at Reunion Township at 109 out here in Mount Juliet. Great property, apartment homes, lovely, lovely. Our question today is: tell us what your first apartment had inside of it. Your first apartment, not your dorm room, not when you bought a house. We all had that first apartment that you look back now and you're like, oh, that was heaven on earth. At the time, it was like, oh, man. Coach Wells and I got an apartment together when we got out of college. We lived at Nashboro Village.
So not far from the station.
Not far from the station. And we had a Foot Locker with a TV on top of it, 2 lawn chairs, a coffee table that was made, I think, by Jesus and the disciples. It was that old. And we had our separate bed, and our beds were on the floor. And that was our apartment. That's all we had. So we had 2 lawn chairs, cable TV, our nice TV on top of a Foot Locker. And ladies would come over and was like, We're like, oh, come on in. Like, no, we're good. I mean, it was a disaster. So what was your first apartment like? How bad? Where was it? How bad was it?
For the MTSU folks listening, mine was at Campus Crossing, right next to MTSU. It had just opened. And so it was me and 3 other people. So there were 2 guys and 2 girls all in one apartment.
What?
Yeah, it was the 2 girls I went to high school with.
Sly dog.
And then the guy was one of their cousins. And I mean that was such a brilliant yet terrible idea all at the same time.
What furniture we have in there? Do we have furniture?
Well, it was furnished, so we had a couch. I mean, yeah,
high life.
Yeah, no, it was good. I think the thing that I my dad contributed that was, I think I was the only one that used it, but I like to grill, and obviously I couldn't have a grill at the apartment, so he got me a stand-up George Foreman that I could use inside.
Oh my God!
So
did they ever use it?
No, they did.
Oh,
they were like, no. What is this? I'm like, I'm using this.
This sounds like a bad sitcom.
It was.
How long was this? You guys together?
A year.
Okay.
Yeah, just a year. Because I didn't, and I kind of looking back on it now regret it a little bit, but not living with them. But I didn't do the dorm. I didn't stay in the dorm at all.
Okay.
And so, kind of wish I had, just to get that experience. But we did the apartment in there, so it was the 4 of us.
Nice.
And it was.
Let me ask you this: yeah, was it a 4-bedroom?
Yeah.
Holy cow! Was your bed on the floor, or was it on a frame?
It was on a frame. I took it off the frame and put it on the floor.
My man, that's how you know you're living the high life. Our beds were on the floor. I mean, there was I'm not pulling that stuff in there. I'm just going to throw the mattress on the floor, and that's where it was.
Well, what the layout of each room, because it was kind of set up like a dorm. There was like a common area with a kitchen, and then everybody had their own bedroom with their own bathroom, which was really cool. So,
heck yeah,
yeah, right. So, but how it was set up was like you'd walk into my room, the bed's up against the back wall, and there's like a cutout for where a desk goes.
Yeah.
I reversed that. I put the bed like in the little cutout on the floor. It was like a little cubby hole for a bed. And then I put the desk up against the wall. I mean, like it was. Who knows what was growing in there, because you know how it is. Like everything just goes on the floor.
Everything.
Like you don't put anything in the dresser was completely empty.
Oh yeah, weighs 8,000 pounds. That's why I like the apartments here at Reunion Township. I'm like, this would have been like the Taj Mahal. It is now, but back then to where we lived, night and day. And it's like, man, they've come so far. I mean, resort living back then, was don't burn the lawn chair with a cigar. That was it, man.
Jay from Laverne said, I bet you had some lit parties, Chase. I think the statute of limitations is up on these.
Yeah,
so,
dude, man.
Yeah, there might have been a few.
That's our question next week. The greatest party you ever threw.
We did. There was, I mean, it was, we'd been there for a few months. I think it was Halloween is what it was. And we had 50 people in that freaking apartment.
Heaven.
And I would kind of go to my room and like chill because there's just like a ton of people. And I hear somebody yell, "The cops are here!" I'm like, "Uh-oh!" And I just go, I'm just kind of chilling, read the book
in your room.
Yeah.
Smart. See, those are the days.
I don't think they ever actually came, but
well, 50 people. How the hell do you get an apartment with 4 bedrooms and 4 baths?
I don't know. That's the way they were set up.
That right there is pretty special
Yeah, no, it was nice.
for you, man. It should be.
Um,
So, yeah, let us know. 615-737-1025. Call or text. We want to hear this.
let's see. I'm trying to read. Nevada Josh said bed bugs moved out a week later. Worst experience ever.
I knew where Jimbo Fisher used to keep all the liquor in his apartment. We'd go take his liquor from him.
That's another funny story.
At Sanford, we would do that. That was many years ago.
So I finally, almost 20 years later, told my mom this story. So we're moving in, and I don't know why I did this because this was stupid, but I had a box that I put liquor in that someone had bought for me at the time. And I put the sheets over it, put the bed sheets over it.
All right.
Okay. Good hiding place, but hey, idiot, your parents are helping you move in. Your mom probably is going to want to make your bed, right?
So moms do.
Right. So, of course, and my buddy Logan's with me, and she goes, hey, where are the sheets? And I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm like, hey, distract her. Let me get the sheets and move this stuff. And my dad, not knowing what is going on, and dad was, mom would have been mad at me. Dad would have been like laughing. And dad's like, yeah, where are the sheets? Where are the sheets? And I'm like, shut up. Like, I'll make it later. Don't worry about it. And he's like, well, your mama wants to make your bed. And he's getting mad.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, stop it. Just let it go.
How much liquor did you have in this box?
Not a lot. I had like 2 bottles.
Not a lot. Good Lord, man.
But so my dad gets mad and is like, I'm leaving. And you deal with him and all this stuff. And so I finally get the sheets, hide the box, throw them to my mom. I run outside. I'm like, will you calm down? And he's like, well, you're being a jerk. And I go, because I had booze hidden, you idiot.
Oh, man. Did your mom make the bed?
Yeah.
So moms do.
She did.
If my mom was alive today, she'd be making my bed. I guarantee you. That's what moms do. They live to make beds. That's it. So, yeah.
Yeah. So Jay and Laverne's like, we probably partied together back in the day. We probably did. Who knows?
I remember faces, not names.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I don't even remember faces.
We just didn't remember any of that stuff.
615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Your first apartment, what was in it? That is
and where was it?
And where was it? So that was we'll keep that coming. Our question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical, your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. Check them out at ariestactical.com. We'll have more coming from Lebanon today at Reunion Township here on 102.5 The Game.
All right, guys, we're live today at Reunion Township at 109 here between Mountain Drew and Lebanon. And I tell you all the time that you deserve the best in life, and where you live should be the absolute best. And yes, at Reunion Township at 109, that is the best. Resort living with the luxury you deserve, nestled perfectly between Mountain Drew and Lebanon. I can't wait to see this property. Reunion Township on 109 has 1, 2, and 3 spacious bedroom apartment homes, complete with, get this, attached garages. No more going outside in the cold, starting your car. No more getting drenched when you're going to start your car in the rain. Nope, you get attached garages. I'm telling you, it's state-of-the-art living and everything you need and amenities out of the world. Here's the website, reuniontownship.com, reuniontownship.com. And when you lease now, you get 2 months free. 2 months free, resort living, quiet, spacious, and again, the luxury you absolutely deserve with attached garages, your private owned attached garages. It's spectacular. Again, the website, reuniontownship.com, reuniontownship.com. Welcome home.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Friday. Devin and Dixon says those 2 bottles of liquor probably didn't make it through that first night, right? I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I'll just confirm it now.
The question is yes.
Our buddy Chip Walter says I guess Chip says he lived at Nottingham across from Murphy Center.
Yeah, I know that one.
But Chip, we need more. Description of your apartment, the first apartment you lived in.
I bet Chip was a partier back in the day.
Of course he was. He's from Columbia, right, Chip? You're listening. We got this. I mean, your first apartment. I mean, that's your like, the world is mine. And you look back and realize, and we had 2 lawn chairs and a TV on a footlocker, and we thought we were at the White House, man. That was the greatest thing ever. I won't tell you how we got cable for free, because I think I might get in trouble for that. It's been 30 years, though. Should I be good for that?
I think so.
Okay. It's a story best off air.
I was about to ask. I'm like, wait a minute. You had this set up and you had cable.
Not how Homer got free cable when he bribed the cable man, but this is something different. With that being said, so it's good stuff. See, that's what happens when the football team has an open week, and then we get that
off week, and they're terrible, and nobody wants to talk about them.
They're not. But I'm really looking forward to the Vanderbilt Auburn game. I'll be on the MTSU call tomorrow as they take on FIU, but I'll keep an eye on the Vanderbilt Auburn game just because Vanderbilt has it in their hands. And all too often, throughout history, we've seen a Vanderbilt football team have it in their hands and then not get it done. So hopefully tomorrow they knock Auburn out, they'll knock Kentucky out, and they go to Knoxville in 3 weeks to take on Tennessee, and that's the game.
By the way, Fox Sports has finally broken their silence, and I know you're really shocked to hear this, but they said, "quote We can confirm that Mark Sanchez is no longer with the network. There will be no further comment at this time." End quote.
Better hope that message wasn't delivered by a 68-year-old man, because Mark Sanchez will go after him. What a stupid story.
It's so bad.
Stupid.
And they hired Drew Brees, so Brees will basically be the replacement.
That's fine. I mean, Mark Sanchez had a golden opportunity that he ruined for, I guess he was drunk and everything else. I mean, it was just, he had it in his hand. I hope he gets the help he needs.
Yeah, well, I do too. I mean, I thought he did a good job, but obviously just couldn't get out of his own way, which seems to be the case for a lot of people these days.
It is.
Unfortunately.
It is doing. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, Chip has weighed in. He lived in that apartment complex with 3 guys from DuPont High School. Oh, nice. God. Too bad Febreze wasn't admitted back then. we would have had we would have owned every bottle around if Febreze would have been back when we were.
So what, you and Walt lived together. Was Walt coaching?
Yeah, he was part-time coaching. He was a scout for Smyrna High School. So he would go out and scout for Smyrna, the upcoming opponent, and then he got to Cumberland, got to Eastern Kentucky, then it took off after that.
Nice. And what were you doing?
Let's see here. Ruining a marriage, drinking quite a bit, not knowing what was going on. I had a driveway sealing company that did pretty well. I did it by myself. Nice. Went out and sealed your driveway. I'm telling you, thank you, Jesus, because the broken road ends up getting on a smooth path. And so.
And you ended up, is that when you ended up going back to middle?
Yep.
Okay.
I took 67 hours in a year and graduated. Going to college at 27 as opposed to 19 and 20, it's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Because like, party tonight. And, 27, you're like, I'm in bed. But I was working over, and I was loading trucks from 10 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning. Then I would leave there and go to middle. I'd slept probably 3 or 4 hours a day.
Jeez.
Telling you, man, if you want to get it done, you'll get it. Well, we have Chris Sanders on at 1 o'clock. We talk about just when you get there, keep working. But you got to get there. And so I was going to keep working. Nobody was going to tell me no. And that's the way it should be for anybody else. The only person that should tell you no in your life, you're trying to attain something, is yourself.
Yep.
That's it.
100%. 615-737-1025. Is Tennessee off this?
They are.
Yeah. So just Vandy.
Yep. And Tennessee's got Sam Houston. And then in 2 weeks, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
If Tennessee loses that Florida game, Vanderbilt beats them in Knoxville, because you'll be sitting there at 7-4 Tennessee, and you're out of everything. And you could talk all day long about how you're going to knock Vanderbilt out, but if Florida beats Tennessee, Vandy beats Tennessee. Vanderbilt beats Tennessee.
Here's what I'm curious of. Is there a point, because this is it for Aguilar. Aguilar was going to be a one and done. Does there become a point where you got to start looking at what's next?
Not right now.
Do they look at, McIntyre or Merklinger?
No, I know. I mean, you got to eventually, but I think maybe that's what the bowl might be for. If you get, you'll be in a bowl game. But I think you ride him right now. He's your best option, and get it done. And you'll beat Sam Houston next week. And at Sam Houston, I'd do Aguilar in the first quarter. Get out to a 14, 21-0 lead, then throw your backup in and let McIntyre or Merklinger do that, and then alternate those guys, and you play. Then you go to Florida, then you got Vanderbilt. But I think next week could be a proving ground for those two guys. But I'm telling you, you got to do something in Florida you haven't done since 2003, and that's
beat them in the swamp.
Beat them in the swamp.
You already know that Spurrier. I guarantee you, a Steve Spurrier quote is going to come out that week.
Sure it is.
He's going to say something because he loves taking pot shots at Tennessee.
And he's a native Tennessean.
Yes.
Which is even funny.
So what was it? Did Tennessee not recruit him well enough? Or
I don't know. I mean, that was I think he won the Heisman in 67 or 68, right in there.
But I always wondered that of why he chose Florida over Tennessee.
Maybe they didn't play baseball. There's a factor there that allowed him to go down there. Him and the late Joe Biddle, I think they went to high school together. They grew up together and all that stuff. But I can't stand Spurrier because he quit on South Carolina. I cannot stand him. But I will say he had a very funny quote at the start of the season about Arch Manning, which still makes me laugh. If Arch Manning was so damn good, how come he backed up a 7th-round draft choice for the Dolphins?
I
Quinn Ewers.
I will tell you, at SEC Media Days, I think it was the last time it was in Birmingham. He was there, like for something, and it wasn't announced. Like he literally just walked on Radio Row, and you would have thought that like Tiger Woods walked on, because literally everybody looks and you just see everybody scattering and forming around him, and he's just like how we doing, just going, and he just kind of plopped down and and talked to a few stations, and he kind of did like a media scrum, and I got right next to him, and I was like, Coach, what are you up to? And he's like, oh, just wanted to say hi to everybody. Just figured I'd come down here, see what's going on.
Come down here. And then who was it that we had on was Tony Barnhart was like his best friend, and they got all this stuff planned together and everything. And I was like, okay, all right, well, that's good. Have fun with him. But I'm not. Yeah, he's a great coach, and I get all that. But he quit on a football team.
You keep saying Sam Houston. They play New Mexico State. Middle plays Sam Houston.
Jeez Louise. New Mexico. I've said that this week like 8 times. Thank you. Tennessee plays New Mexico State. That's it. Thank you. They can take all their – that's Pavia's former home. And then Middle finishes the season with New Mexico State.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a lot going on, man. Our flight's canceled to Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm nervous.
Evan says, can't wait for UF versus UT. Going there with my wife for our 5-year anniversary. I'm a Florida fan. She's a Tennessee fan.
Nice. Evan, tell us
about – you might not make it to 6 depending on how that game goes.
Tell us about your first apartment there, buddy. That's what we want to know about.
Matthew in Nashville, isn't Florida going to honor Mr. Fake Heart Attack Urban Meyer during the Tennessee game?
Are they?
I don't know.
I don't know that. I don't know.
They're probably going to announce that they're hiring him.
When I see him, I was like, oh, man.
You just feel dirty, don't you?
Right. I remember the time he quit Florida. He was going to spend more time with his kid. True story.
Yeah.
And his daughter was playing for North Florida in a volleyball tournament at Lipscomb. And we had a guy call in the show and said, hey, I'm taking tickets here at Lipscomb for this volleyball. Urban Meyer's daughter's on this team. I'm going to go see if he lived up to what he said about spending time with his kids. Didn't show up.
Jeez.
He's like, there's only like 200 people here. Urban Meyer did not show up after he said he's going to spend time. I was like, now that, my friend, is Southern investigating. That's it. You want something done, you hire a Southerner to investigate it, and they'll figure it out. And Urban Meyer did not show up. That was, 12, 13 years ago or so.
Daryl wants to weigh in on Steve Spurrier real quick. Daryl, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
It's my understanding that somewhere in the timeline that Spurrier's dad was a minister, and he had a job in Florida as a preacher. But it's also my understanding that I don't even think Tennessee recruited him. He's from Science Hill High School in Johnson City, which is where my brother lives. And but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Tennessee. He was actually a really good baseball player too, because they won the state championship his senior year. And but I'll hang up and listen. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, buddy. See, we're the best listeners in the world. Thank you, Daryl. Daryl, how was your first apartment you had?
737-1025. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the weather with our friend Katy Morgan from Fox 17. Some bad stuff's supposed to come in later, and we'll see how that's going to affect high school football in the weekend. We'll do that next. Chasing Big Joe, live from Reunion Township in Lebanon, here on 102.5 The Game.
All right, guys, Big Joe here. Look, we spent a lot of time talking about mental health on our show, and we are so grateful for all the men who've reached out in the last 2 years, but we have a lot of work still to do. We won't rest telling you how much better our world is because you are here and you have so much to live for. Right now, a lot of people are talking about what happened in the National Football League, and it breaks my heart that young man felt like he had no hope and nowhere to go. And that is why we tell you all the time, please talk to somebody. And we're so honored to be partnering with United Psychiatric Care. It's just a wonderful place right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well, and it works. Here's all you got to do. Just go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, and there on the right side of the page is a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. Listen, So many have reached out to us, and now we have a partner that cares about you. And listen, you don't have to go through any of this alone. It's private, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth, and yes, based right here in Middle Tennessee. Their only goal is to get you well. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002. That is 1-888-508-8002. And this is just as important. If you have a loved one who needs to talk and you were worried about them, you could be that person that changes their world. Also, just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chasing Big Joe tab, and you'll see the Unity Psychiatric Care information. Help is just around the corner. And again, you don't have to go through any of this alone.
Chasing Big Joe 1025 the game on this Friday. We got a little weather coming in this afternoon, and to help us more with that, we say hello to our good friend Katy Morgan from Fox 17. She is the official meteorologist of the Chasing Big Joe show. Katy, how are you?
Hi, good to see you guys, or I guess hear you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for doing this. So we do a lot of high school football games were played last night, which I think was a smart move. Some are still scheduled for tonight. So kickoff around 7-ish. What can they expect?
Yeah, I think the good news is that the majority of storms should be pushing south of 40 by about 7, 8 o'clock. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some of our area games delayed at the start, because I think we'll still be dealing with some showers and storms. There's a line to our northwest now, so we're starting to see stuff move in up towards the Kentucky-Tennessee border, and that's going to slip south and eastward over the next several hours. But I would say if you're north of 40, that you're probably going to be clearing out by about 8 o'clock. And if you're south of 40, it's going to be closer to 9, 10 o'clock before you're most likely in the clear. The problem is, I think a couple of these storms could be strong to severe, and we're watching for damaging wind as the main threat. And unfortunately, the tornado threat's not zero either.
Katy, the more important thing specifically is I'll be at Page High School tonight for a Fox 17 football. How is it going to affect just me? Sorry. Right? How's it going to affect me?
Right. When is it going to hit my house? That's what we always say.
Right.
On Page, I think it's going to be the same thing where we're looking at scattered storms through the kickoff time. And then as we get closer to about maybe 9 o'clock, I think hopefully we'll start to clear out there.
Okay.
But it's promising, I would say. Hopefully it'll be in a hit and miss type of situation where you may get lucky. But unfortunately, too, we're going to be dealing with lightning, and lightning's always going to cause delays.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right with that. Katy, here's what I love about you. When you do tornado coverage, severe weather, you pull your little laptop over like you're an urgent care doctor.
I need my laptop. I need my information, you know?
Right. I mean, you do such a good job with that. I'm like, how does she manage to do 19 warnings, run 5 programs, and then you got your little stand there like you're going to tell me that I've got strep throat?
Right. You should see the screen that I've got up. I mean, there's 50 browsers open. I've got 2 phones on that desk as well. I mean, it's a chaotic dance, we'll call it.
So to just kind of reiterate, you're saying the main concern is the straight line winds, but can't rule out tornadoes?
Yeah, we're in that time of year where we get into secondary severe weather season, and it won't take much to see a spin up, but definitely wind will be the main problem for tonight. But just to reiterate, you know, if you hear those sirens go off, you get the alert on your phone, please make sure that you seek shelter right away.
When you do that, the severe weather, is that you're in that zone, right? Because I remember talking to other people throughout the years. It's kind of like, hey, when severe weather, we're in a zone, and
Right.
That's all we're focused on. So, I mean, you know this well. You do it very well, but you're in that zone, right, when this happens?
Oh, yeah, totally. It is kind of a locked in. I guess I could liken it to a pitcher on a pitcher mound. You know, how they just sort of lock in for the love of the game, Kevin Costner.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing where your sole focus is to get the information out in a clear and concise manner and make sure that everybody has what they need. And then you're also at the same time sort of running the ship with the newsroom as a partnership, you know, where you're trying to tell crews where they need to go or talk to your news director on, you know, other things that need to be done in the newsroom. So it's a lot.
You know, it is. And plus, I don't think people realize how big our viewing area is. I mean, you go all the way to southern Kentucky, way down almost to the border of Alabama, west of the Tennessee River, east up to the Cumberland Plateau. I mean, there is a lot of area that you got to cover. So if it's raining at my house, but not raining at yours 30 miles away, it happens all the time, right?
Yeah, it sure does. And, you know, we have over 50 counties in our viewing area. So you hit the nail on the head. It's a lot to cover. But you know, that's one of the reasons why I think we have the best weather team in town, with the 3 of us, Greg Bobus and Brett Luna and I, keeping an eye on things 24/7, 365.
Katy Morgan is with us from Fox 17. So out of this comes our first big cold spell of the season, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, sure does. I mean, this is a little unusual just for the timing of it. This is pretty early to see a widespread hard freeze like this. And we haven't had a freeze yet here in Nashville, so this will be our first one. It'll be, I think if there's a silver lining, which I'm always trying to find, it's going to kill the bugs. But no more bugs. I saw some mosquitoes this afternoon, by the way, and I was like, your time is coming, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
The wind chills, yeah, right? The wind chills on Monday morning are going to be in the mid to lower teens. And we'll see teens again on Tuesday morning, you know, with Veterans Day parades going on. It's just going to be a cold Monday and Tuesday. And dare I say the F word, I can't rule out some snow showers.
Oh no, we're gonna hang up on you. This,
Oh no.
all right. So again, take us to this afternoon. Give us the timeline. And everything. By the way, if people aren't following you on social media, they need to, because you explain things so well and funny, and your reels are great. They should follow you as well. So give us the timeline again for this afternoon.
Sure. So I would say that we're looking at storms developing now, but basically between about 1, 2 o'clock through about 8, 9 o'clock this evening is going to be that time frame. And it's going to be earlier in the afternoon for those north of 40, and then a little later in the evening for those south of 40. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a couple game delays due to either lightning or severe weather in the area, heavy rain, damaging winds, maybe even some hail, and unfortunately the potential for a spin-up tornado. So all modes of severe weather are possible. I'd say again, though, this doesn't look to be a big, widespread severe weather event. We'll likely see some scattered storms and a couple severe storms mixed in.
Okay, I'm not a Bible scholar, but I think you just described the forecast in Revelations. So we're gonna. I hope that doesn't come to that, but this is great. Thank you, Katy.
Of course, anytime.
Katy, yeah, we appreciate it, and we'll be watching this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Katy Morgan, Fox 17, joining us, and she has been dubbed the official meteorologist of the Chase and Big Joe show.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge honor. That's a huge honor, because before we didn't have one. Now we got one.
No.
We actually got some respect on the show
for
once.
That's good.
Well done, buddy.
I mean, Charlie Neese is probably like, what gives? You didn't call me.
He is, right? And by the way, let me sell you a house. And then Davis is retired. I mean, and it's on and on and on.
Davis was kind of the unofficial, I guess. And
unofficial,
he retired.
Yeah.
So.
I had some good talks with Davis when I went to challenge with him. He was
He's a good man.
So smart. I mean, to do weather, you've got to be brilliant.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just, I mean, it was back in the day, you just pointed a board and you use a chalkboard, and here's the weather. Now it's just all that science. And we all know how bad I am in science.
There will be no science and no math.
I bet you were good at science at FRA.
Terrible.
Really?
Science and math. Terrible.
Okay.
Like biology. I hated biology.
So if I play you Trivial Pursuit, it comes down, I get to pick the category. I'm giving you science. Science and nature.
Yeah,
whatever that was.
You would probably win.
Okay. No, I wouldn't. I'm worse than you are.
Or we would just be at a stalemate the whole time.
You know, the only chemistry symbol I ever learned that I remembered was FE. You know what that is?
No.
There's a guy that used to work out with us a long time ago. He had a shirt that said Pump FE.
Iron.
Yeah. I was like, that is awesome. Yeah. So when Breaking Bad would do their little opening on the show, like all the symbols of
the elements.
Yeah, elements. I can't remember that. Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, like anything with the periodic table, I was like, when am I ever gonna freaking need this? Like that was the
right, man.
Like, I don't need this. I don't know what this is. But luckily, sophomore biology, I had the greatest teacher, Mrs. Parks, and she I think she listens to the show some, but she was very patient with me, and I got through that class with a C, and C, my friends, get degrees.
Oh, good for you, man. We had at McGavick at biology, you had a table with a partner.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have, he's partner A, your partner, you're B. I didn't know this. So they give out tests, different tests for A and B. You know how I knew this? Because I cheated off my friend Chuck Sparks. True story. And Chuck, I know you're listening. Remember, I used to cheat off Chuck Sparks at McGavick, and then we got our test back. He got 100 and I got a 0. Because that's when I was like C, B, A, and they got us. True story, man. We all learned the hard way at McGavick High School.
Oh, that is fantastic. With math, you'll appreciate this story. My dad was pretty good at math, and I was like, why are you so good at math? And he said, well, I had a great teacher at BGA. He was a bit of a hard ass, but he's taught me well. You know who his teacher was?
Mike Keith.
Carlton Flatt.
Oh, wow.
It was before he went to BA.
Really?
Yep. He was an assistant football coach, and
what a tie-in! Oh, then that's a cool story. Yeah.
So that was his teacher. We'll have more coming here in Lebanon. Chasing Big Joe on this Friday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, presented by Omni Nashville Hotel. Hey, join Chip Balders and Big Joe tomorrow as the Blue Raiders take on FIU at 2 o'clock. Pregame coverage at 12:30. Is that right?
Yes, sir, it is. And we take over at 1:30.
Catch all the action on Totally Hits 93.3 and also on the Totally Hits Nashville app and TotallyHitsNashville.com. Looking forward to that. A little Heisman talk because we haven't done this in a while. I have the updated odds entering week 11 because there's a name that is local that I think should be getting a little more talk. And no, I'm not talking about Diego Pavia. I'm talking about Marcel Reed from Texas A&M, of course. Rod Reed's son went to NBA. Who do you think is the favorite, though, right now?
It's that dude for Ohio State.
Julian Sayin is the favorite at plus 180. Second,
the guy from Indiana.
Mendoza. That is true at plus 220. Third,
Marcel Reed.
He is fourth, plus 650. Ty Simpson is third at plus 350, which I'd say I'm okay with that right now. Then you got longer odds with Gunnar Stockton at plus 2,500. And then there are 4 players at plus 4,000 that include Ohio State receiver Jeremiah Smith, Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love, Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt, and Trinidad Chambliss from Ole Miss.
Okay, so I like the 4 that are there. That's good. So here's Marcel Reed. So Ty Simpson's got LSU, the Citadel or somebody, and then they finished with Auburn. He's got Texas, right? So he's got to prove himself on the big stage. So he's got Texas, which could Marcel Reed could separate himself. And then they get the conference championship game. Now, I am told the voting goes out after the conference championship game that weekend. So Marcel's got 2 big games to prove himself to be in that Heisman. Well, he's already in the Heisman conversation, but be at the top. So I think he gets an invite to New York. Interesting more for us here in Nashville. We were looking, and if you might know more than this, but I only know one guy from Middle Tennessee that we've looked up, and I don't consider Johnny Majors part. I'm talking like surrounding counties of like Nashville per se. That's been in the Heisman Trophy voting. Golden Tate from Pope John High School, went to Notre Dame, came in 10th in 2009 in the Heisman Trophy voting. Now, are we leaving somebody out from Nashville in the surrounding counties? I know Johnny Majors.
Was Cutler ever in the discussion?
No, not at all. No, that was 2005.
And then I'm trying to think of people from here. I don't think so.
For Tennessee football, nobody that's calls Nashville home per se. None of that. And it's funny, too. Here's the 2009 Heisman. You know who won it in 2009?
Sam Bradford?
Mark Ingram. Second, Toby Gerhart. Third, Colt McCoy. Fourth, Ndamukong Suh. Fifth, Tim Tebow. Here's what gets funny. Sixth, C.J. Spiller. Seventh, Kellen Moore. Eighth, Case Keenum. 9. Now, Ricky probably heard of this guy. I never did. Marty Gilvard from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
At wide receiver, and 10th was Golden Tate that year. So as far as so this would be great for Nashville.
Yeah.
And for Marcel and Rod and the family and the NBA family, if Marcel could do this. Remember, he was committed to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he changed.
Jimbo changed that mind and got him down there. And I'm so glad Jimbo's gone because now Marcel's thriving. But that'd be really cool to see a guy from Nashville not only go to New York, but walk away with the Heisman Trophy.
Here are the remaining schedules for all 4 of these teams for the top 4 Heisman, odds. Favorites is what I'm trying to say. All right, here's Ohio State. This weekend, they're at Purdue, then UCLA, Rutgers, at Michigan.
Man, Michigan's a good one.
Yep, but they probably run the table.
Yeah.
Indiana is at Penn State, Wisconsin, at Purdue.
Well, they're better than all 3 of those. They should win.
Yep. Now, the vote will be after the championship game.
Yes, sir.
So Indiana and Ohio State play each other. So that game could be for the Heisman.
Okay.
Something to keep in mind. Ty Simpson, what he has left. LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, at Auburn.
Oh, he's got Oklahoma. Well, LSU's a big game. It's going to be on TV and national TV. But Oklahoma,
I think Oklahoma is a tough one. It's at home, but
that's
that's
a
a
good
tough
one.
one.
So he's got a chance to prove himself. Okay.
And then Marcel in Texas A&M, at Missouri, South Carolina, Samford, at Texas.
Well, only one of those is going to give him tough. That's Sanford.
Yeah.
He's got to. I mean, South Carolina is going to be 80,000 screaming people. I mean, that's not easy to win there. I know Oklahoma did.
Well,
but
South Carolina's at home.
yeah, I know that's still
Yeah.
loud. I
Yeah.
mean, Williams Bryce Stadium. If it ain't swaying, we ain't playing.
No, I'm saying it's at Texas A&M.
Damn you. Okay, yes. It got filled. Man, I was about to go in a whole diatribe about South Carolina.
He's got 2 road games left this weekend at Mizzou, and then at Texas.
Great, that's true. I like that. 2 good chances, especially Texas.
Yeah. Okay. I think Marcel has just as good of a. I mean, they're undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Bama. For some reason, I feel like Bama has a slip up somewhere, other than Florida State.
No, sir. I'm telling you, I picked them, and I was wrong at the beginning of the season because Florida State beat them. But they went on an unprecedented run in SEC football history, knocking off 4 top 20 teams back to back to back to back. And then they had –
I forgot how close that Missouri game was.
And then South Carolina threw everything at them, everything, and they won that game. Well, in the Missouri game, we were in Vegas when that was going on. Missouri took the opening kickoff and just punched it in their face and went down the field. Alabama was reeling, and we came back there. I'm like, Alabama won that game? I mean, that's a good football team.
We'll ask our next guest about young Marcel Reed. He knows him very well.
He does, doesn't he?
From the Montgomery Bell Academy. Chris Sanders will join us coming up next. It's Chase and Big Joe here on this Friday on 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday, live at Reunion Township in Lebanon, off 109. And we're excited now to have Forever Titans wide receiver, our good friend, Chris Sanders, who is on the line with us. Chris, what's up? Congratulations to the big
man. Man, I appreciate it, man. We played well. We won 44-7. So, hey, we played Brentwood Academy, who's a boss, so we got to get after them next week.
Yep, going to be a good one for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
But it's the bye week for
Yes.
I just did it, Joe. I'm sorry. It's the off week for the Titans. And obviously, knowing how this year has gone for them, would you advise those guys to not even think about football?
I mean, it's like this. You know, when I played football and you went through a tough situation, you just want to have a chance to exhale. And I think sometimes with football meetings, and all those things, sometimes it's good to just kind of get away and just be like, okay, you know what, I don't want to think about football, just think about family. And I really think the Titans really need a break because so many things are going on. Some trades just happened. Coaches are in disarray. So it's just good to just exhale and just kind of get away from football.
Chris Sanders is with us on the Chase and Big Joe Show. Chris,
Joe.
you ready? You ready?
Let's make it happen.
Here we go.
In the morning, finding me. Oh my God!
Yep.
You gotta get up. Oh my God!
You got to get up early in the morning and get it done.
Is this the Gap Band?
It is the Gap Band.
Yeah, the Gap Band. Oh my God!
Hey, aren't you impressed that I knew that, Chris?
It wasn't a Jay Giles band.
No, Gap Band, baby. We're going to put that in your ear and make you sing that song all weekend long because we're not going to be together Sunday because the Titans aren't playing.
I know.
There you have that going on. So, Chris, a lot of things, we're sitting here and we're banging on Cam Ward and all that's going on. But,
right.
When you sit down and think about it,
sure.
He had a terrible coach leading him. He got receivers dropping passes.
God.
The offensive line can't protect him. I don't feel like we have a good evaluation of Cam Ward because he hasn't had time to do anything because the talent around him is so bad.
I mean, you're right about that. I mean, you have an offensive line that's struggling, that's not communicating, don't know where the pressure's coming from. And just like you said, you have receivers that are dropping footballs. But here's the thing that you're getting from him is you're getting experience. And I know that's kind of a cliche word in a coaching term, but he's getting experience and he's getting thrown to the fire early. Just imagine if he gets a good supporting cast, a great offensive line that's nasty, that's protecting him, and then you get maybe a number one bona fide wide receiver, he's going to get even better. Why? Because he got experience. He went through the fire. He understands the defenses, and I just think he's going to get better and better. But there's one thing that he does need to prove on. He has to protect the football. He's got to hold on to the football, and he can't throw interceptions.
That's just so frustrating because he did it in Vegas. He did it against the Patriots, just dropping the ball, and there's no excuse. You just can't do that.
You can't do that because in this league you'll get beat. I mean, you can't have turnovers because the margin of winning is so hard because the games are so close. So you can't have a team that's struggling and you're having turnovers. You just got to be to make sure he protects the football. That's the only thing he needs to work on. But just looking at his overall performance, he's done some good things. He's thrown some good passes. He's thrown some good balls. But the turnovers are going to kill you each and every time.
Absolutely. Chris Sanders is with us. We're live at Reunion Township at 109 here for the Chase and Big Joe Show. All right, so, Chris, we talk about, the surrounding cast. And remember what Derek Mason told us? Because we said, you had Joe Flacco in Baltimore. He was a rookie quarterback. How did that work? He's like, well, you had me, you had Todd Heap, you had Willis McGahee, you had John. I mean, he just go down. I'm thinking, hell, there's a reason that Joe Flacco succeeded. Cam Ward's got none of that.
Yeah, he's got some young guys, but, you have a guy named Calvin really that's supposed to be your leader, a guy that's supposed to make the plays, but then you got young guys that has to step into a role that they're not familiar with. And I think that, I know the supporting cast is pretty good, and it's not where we want it to be, but you still have some young guys that are making plays. You still have some young guys that have the potential to be some number 2 and 3. So, even though, Calvin really gets hurt, you still got some young guys that kind of make some plays, but at the end of the day, they do need a better supporting cast.
We're talking with Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receivers. How much of a concern is it that you look at stats kind of at the midseason and Cam Ward has a league-high 38 sacks taken. Drake May is second with 34.
Wow, that just shows you that your offensive line is bad. You win it. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, is it that the offensive, and we know they're bad. I'm not saying that they're not. But
Yeah, and I say that respectfully.
how many of those, if you go through and watch all 38, how many of those can you put on Cam?
You're going to have to put maybe about 6 or 7. The reason why I say this is because sometimes, Cam is trying to be, and I say this in a respectful way, is trying to be the hero. So you're extending the play, and then all of a sudden you get sacked. Now it's 3rd and 12. And then another situation, sometimes you kind of look, and I went back and studied him. Sometimes he's holding the ball too long. When you hold the ball too long, you got to understand that the rush is coming. Guys are coming. You got to understand that know when to throw the football away and know when not to take a sack. So when I talk about experiences, I think next year and the year after that, he's going to be great because he's not going to make those same, bad decisions.
Chris Sanders with us on the Chase and Big Joe Show live from Reunion Township out here in Mount Juliet and Lebanon. All right, Chris, let me ask you this. When you had an open week and you got away, could you fully get away, mentally?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard because you have to, think about football. And I just think that, just getting away, you can kind of have time to just reflect on what you need to do, with just football, but also put it in its place. I think when you have that situation, just kind of get away. Don't think about football for the first couple of days and then come back and start refreshing your memory. But see, we got to understand that we as football players, we got to people got to understand that we are human. So we get tired, we get physically tired, we get mentally tired. So now when you kind of get away, it's good to just refresh.
Oh, it is. So a lot of guys like to go back to college because that always feels good, right? You're back to where you started from, where you got your career going like that. So I always thought it was cool when guys go back to college because, you're really not away from football, but you're surrounded by people that you really like.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I love that, too. I used to go back to Ohio State a couple of times, and then when you walk into the stadium, they see a familiar face. So it's good to just kind of get away from football, but stay refreshed about football. It's good to go back to your hometown and do those things and just see the people that you play with, like Joey Holloway, Kirk Herbstreit, Orlando Pace. It was just good to see those guys that you played with at Ohio State. You get to come back, the guys were in the league.
Did Herbstreit ever throw the ball at your feet when you're going out for a pass? You got mad at him?
He did that a couple of times, but the one thing about Kirk Herbstreit is he wasn't the greatest athlete in America, but he was just a winner. I mean, he may not get the ball to you, may not have the strong arm, he might not be the athletic, but he just had a knack of winning. You can just watch how he commentates. He does everything, with so much profession.
He does. That he does.
Talking to Chris Sanders here on the Chase and Big Joe Show. Do you want to bring up what we were just talking about with Marcel?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
we were talking about Marcel Reed, somebody very well at NBA, and how we kind of feel like he might be in the Heisman conversation before the end of the year. He's had a very nice season with Texas A&M, and they're undefeated right now. But I mean, it would be really cool for Marcel and his family, but Nashville, because they've never had a Heisman finalist.
Yeah, but what's so cool is he just has the it factor. And when I say the it factor, I mean everybody throws that term around loosely. But I watched him as a freshman. He was a freshman. He came in, whatever. And both of our quarterbacks were struggling. So he gets into a pressure situation against MUS. It's 3rd and 20-something, and he throws a 60-yard bomb. Then all of a sudden he runs it in for 15. And he just made it look so easy. He made it look so smooth, and he never was rattled. So to watch him grow and to watch him progress into one of the best quarterbacks in the country, listen, it's something special. So if he keeps doing what he's doing at Texas A&M, he's not just going to be a Heisman finalist or even win it, but he might get drafted and fulfill one of his dreams. But it's just so cool to get to watch his dad impart his DNA into his son and watch his son become great. Beautiful, beautiful sight.
Well, I agree with that 100%. And what was cool about that with Rod Reed, and we all love Rod, but he would show Marcel not accolades, not winning, but practicing.
Yeah.
I mean, hours and hours throwing and lifting weight. I was like, all right, to be successful, there's a pretty simple blueprint. And that is to keep going. Never quit, keep going, keep working hard. It works every time.
You know what's so cool? I'm going to tell you a cool story that I'll never forget. And Rod Reed, he pushed Reed pushed him. I'm going to check this out. We were playing a team, and it was a playoffs, right? So he got hurt, and he hurt his ribs. So everybody's kind of coddling him and saying, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." So we get in there at halftime. His dad walks in. He said, "Guess what? Are you going to let everybody coddle you, or are you going to go out there and try to win this doggone game?" And he walked off. And then all of a sudden, Reed Marcellus just went out there and he won the game. So it's not that he's coddling him. He said, you know what? I expect you to play hurt. I expect you to lead your team. And that's exactly what he did in that playoff game.
Oh, that's right. I love it. You can play hurt. You don't play injured.
Yeah. But the thing about it is he didn't let his son settle for just being okay because he was like, well, I want to sit. No, he's like, are you going to do it or you're not going to do it? And he pushed his son not to be mediocre, but he pushed his son to be great, and we're seeing it in Texas A&M.
Brilliant.
Chris, you push us to be great every week, and we appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate
Every
y'all.
week.
Thank y'all so much.
Have a great weekend, Chris.
You too, guys. Thanks.
Chris Sanders, Forever Titans wide receiver, joining us here on the program as he does every Friday. Coming up next, I mentioned a couple of stats from the midseason. The Athletic has put together some stats when it comes to the NFL and where things are at midseason, and I'm surprised by some of them. We'll talk about that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe.
I like this. All right, friends, next week, the Chase and Big Joe show turns into the Chase and Big Joe Great Road Show. We're headed to Key West, Florida for 3 fun-filled days, and we're taking you with us. We're broadcasting from the stunning Marker Key West Harbor Resort, just steps from world-famous Duval Street. See how beautiful it is and the perfect place to stay in Key West? Just go to themarkerkeywest.com. Our coverage brought to you by the Roxy 8 Theater in Dixon, making the movie experience great again. The Nashville Cats, the perfect gift this Christmas. Great gear and swag from the Nashville Cats. Just go to NashvilleCats.com for more. Reunion Township at 109, where we are today. Comfortable luxury living in Mount Juliet that you deserve. And City Limits Apartments in Spring Hill. Resort-style living with an upscale lifestyle. That's all starting Monday right here on 102.5 The Game. 145.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. Hanging out here in Lebanon today, Joe.
Yeah, hey, we're talking to the staff here.
I know you are. You're
Good times.
Reunion Township off 109.
At 109, reuniontownship.com. Look, they got private attached garages in their apartment homes. So no more getting cold in the morning and getting rained on.
Would you actually park your car
garage.
in the garage?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I lived here, you would have a
I
private
could see
attached
you
garage.
like having a table set up and like your garage just like your hangout.
Yeah, you came over and played guitar one night with me.
I did,
man.
with Tim Duggar.
Tim Duggar. Go Tim Duggar. We need to get Tim Duggar on the show one day.
We do. We have good news. We have rebooked our flights.
Praise the Lord.
So we're good. That they took care of that. I had to change mine because I was going to be way later than.
Yeah.
We're on different flights, I think.
That's all right, though. Same destination, baby.
Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We leave at the same time.
With the same time. So, Dr. Crane and I got Dr. Crane a booster seat, and I got him that little, what's that thing, elastic leash? So, Dr. Crane, you can't run away from me in the airport.
Dr. Crane, stay with Uncle Joe the whole time, okay?
Look, I'm not carrying his luggage. I've done it once before.
I didn't ask you to.
I just got a sick feeling that's going to happen.
No.
I'm going to carry that thing. I had one for JJ when my son was young, that strap where you put him on your back and he faces backwards. So, Dr. Crane, I'm going to have you on my back, and we're going to walk to the airport that way. Is that all right?
I would laugh so.
I'm not that heavy.
Hey, you ain't that heavy. You know why? Because he's my brother.
Well done. So the Athletic has pulled some numbers and at midseason here when it comes to the NFL. This is a cool stat here. Jonathan Taylor paces all running backs with 895 rushing yards, while Daniel Jones, 2,404 passing yards, tops the league. Teammates had not led both these categories at this point in the season since at least 2000, which is as far back as True Media's database goes.
It's a pretty good stat.
So that's pretty neat. The Colts have the NFL's most points scored with 290, offensive yards with 3,450, and expected points added at 98.6.
Okay.
So the Colts statistically are the best team right now. Passing leaders, completion rate. Who do you think has the highest completion rate in the NFL?
Patrick Mahomes.
You would be incorrect, Seth.
Okay.
Drake May has been the league's most accurate passer, completing 74.1% of his passes for 2,285 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yards per game. Who do you think leads that? Quarterback.
Throwing quarterback, I'm going to say Stafford.
You are correct, sir.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford, 268.4, who is just ahead of Daniel Jones, that has 267.1. 37-year-old pacing the league.
But hold on, let's go back to what Tim Hasselbeck said about Stafford on Tuesday about what he's doing is at another level because of the hell and the beating he took for Detroit so many years, and how him and McVay, remember, they're in sync.
Yep.
They're like the same person.
Touchdowns per game is also led by Stafford. He's averaging nearly 3 touchdowns per game. Aaron Rodgers at 2.1, Jared Goff at 2.1 are tied for second.
Pretty good. And look, he's doing that without Puka Nacua, has been out for a while.
Total interceptions. This quarterback has thrown just 1 pick this season.
Matthew Stafford.
Nope.
How many? Have they played a lot of games?
8 games.
I'm going to go with is there a team Bo Nix?
No.
I don't know.
Jalen Hurts. And second is Stafford and Baker Mayfield. They've each thrown 2. Total sacks taken. Titans rookie Cam Ward has a league-high 38, followed closely by May's 34. On the other end of the spectrum, Bo Nix and Sam Darnold have taken the league's fewest sacks with just 9 apiece.
Well, again, back to Hasselbeck. Throw the ball away. He said, I felt like a lot of those sacks were on Cam for holding the ball. You'll get there where you just dump. Go back and watch Peyton Manning between 98 and 99, his 2 seasons. When he felt pressure, he dumped it. He threw at the foot of a guy. You can't call grounding.
Yeah.
Smart.
I think that's why he had so many picks too.
In 98, because he was just throwing the ball down the field.
Total receiving yards, rather than per game. Seattle's Jackson Smith and Jigba easily leads the league with 948, despite playing one fewer game than the next two, Jamar Chase and George Pickens.
Who's that quarterback in Seattle?
That's Sam Darnold.
That's right.
Yeah. So there you go. There's just a few.
So there's a reason. I mean, that you look at the quarterbacks leading their teams who are successful, they're having great seasons so far. And I'm telling you, man, Stafford, that experience and that team, I mean, he's doing it with guys you've never heard of and making it happen. And then Seattle, I mean, watching what they did to the Commanders the other night, it just ran right through them. That's a damn good football team up there in the Pacific Northwest.
Here's some defensive stats. Total tackles. Dolphins linebacker Jordan Brooks has 93 and has a slight lead over the Commanders' 35-year-old linebacker Bobby Wagner with 90, who is trending to make his 12th consecutive All-Pro team. Only Reggie White has more in his career.
Now, say that again. What team?
Commanders.
No, but what award is he getting?
All-Pro.
Not Pro Bowl.
All-Pro.
All-Pro. That's night and day. I mean, he's going down as one of the best linebackers to ever play the game of football.
Who's the sack leader right now in the NFL?
Is it Max Crosby?
It is not.
Trey Hendrickson? No.
Nope.
Is it Harold Landry?
It is not.
I don't know.
It is Brian Burns from the Giants.
Was he? I thought he was with the Panthers. Did they trade him?
Maybe.
Or did he sign? Because isn't he from Florida State, I think?
He has 11. Miles Garrett has 10, and the Rams' Byron Young has 9.
He's got 11 sacks halfway through the season.
Yep. Abdul Carter, that everybody was excited about, just has half a sack in 9 games. That's it.
Half a sack.
Yep.
Yep. Sometimes it doesn't translate well from college to the pros. I'm glad they didn't take him. I didn't think he'd be that great.
Total pressures. Aiden Hutchinson's 55 are the most at this point in the season since PFF began tracking that in 2018.
So I've changed my tone on pressures, my tune, because I used to think that was a worthless garbage stat. But seeing the last few years how quarterbacks are scared to get hit, and that's that pressure, and they throw the ball interceptions, I'm adjusting to that stat. I hated that stat. I still don't like targets. I think that's a dumb stat. But pressure is winning me over.
Total interceptions. Who leads the league in interceptions?
Why are you smirking like that? Because that means it's somebody that was here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Molden.
Mm-hmm.
Jarvis Brownlee.
Come on.
Byard.
Kevin Byard. Kevin Byard and linebacker Tremaine Edmonds have 4 apiece, both with the Bears.
Oh.
Actually, wasn't Tremaine no, the other Edmonds was here. Was traded for Byard. That's what it was. Yeah. But that ties them with Jags linebacker Devin Lloyd, who also has 4, who took 1 for a touchdown. Total turnovers forced, the Bears lead in that department with 19 in 8 games.
Does it tell you where the Titans are in any of this stuff?
No, this is just
I mean, it really shows you how bad the Titans football team is. Really how bad it is.
Well, that's what stands out to me is like you look at those numbers, they're kind of modest, but the Titans are so bad, they're not even close.
Has there been a game? I mean, the Denver game, I thought they could have won that game.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I know not blow them out, but I thought they had a chance to win that game despite Callahan not knowing the rule in the game. I mean, they had a shot in the fourth quarter to do that. Has there been any other game besides, I know that we'll say the Cardinals game out, the 8 losses, any other game they've been in? I mean, there's not one I can think of that they've been in the game.
I mean, last week against the Chargers.
But you never thought they were going to win that
No,
game.
but I mean, that's probably the closest one.
Yeah. I thought they played well. I mean, you never accept losing. I thought they played well, but a lot of these teams, I mean, they're out by midway through the second quarter. I mean, they started off great versus the Patriots and then melted the way down, couldn't get it done.
So the sack leader has 11. The Titans as a team have 22.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. And how many came last week versus Herbert? Like
6.
6.
Yeah. I got 6 last week.
Yeah. Can we argue about a point when we come back?
Yeah.
And Mike Organ and I did this just a little bit when you were off. about the asterisk on
Okay.
sports records, because this is a good debate that I want to have with you
Okay.
and our listeners about
Okay.
the asterisk.
All right. We'll do that coming up next. Chase and Big Joe here on this Friday, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday. Little Ken Chesney.
Our good friend Kenny Chesney, that little guy. He's out in Los Angeles tonight for a book signing.
You would know that.
I would know that. By the way, I love our audience. I'm being corrected on the word asterisk. I say asterisk. It's asterisk. Thank you.
I think I say asterisk too.
I'm telling you, we have
Asterisk.
the best listening audience in America. You guys
Here's the
are
thing,
the greatest. Thank you.
Here's the thing, though. Don't correct me. I'm on the radio. You're not. Okay. I'm kidding. But I had you going for a second.
I was like, what the hell? Who's this guy? I thought we got rid of that attitude. All right. So my argument is, and thank you for that asterisk. I got a problem. You're reading these stats off here, like Jonathan Taylor, right? Mm-hmm. If he rushes for and I think this should be applied to Derrick Henry as well. If you rush for 2,000 yards, how is that different from what OJ did? And I'll tell you how. OJ did it in 14 games.
Sure.
You did it in 17. Do we not have a difference? I mean, should there be? I mean, like Babe Ruth hit 60 home runs in 154? Maris in 162. There should be it's not the same. You had 8 more games. And we figured it out, Dr. Crane, didn't we? It's like 57 yards a game to rush for 1,000.
Yeah, I think we came out to the number. It was like 58, right?
Something right now, yeah. And then to 2,000, you have to get.
So your argument is that it's not that you're discounting the accomplishment. It's just that they're different, and so that should be recognized.
It is. Like there's a guy one time who dropped a basketball at the Omni National Hotel. He did 157 tries.
Right.
All right. Should that not, if somebody else does it in 44 tries, should that not be talked about?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So I'm asking our audience, should things have an asterisk? All right. I just got fired. Should things have an asterisk on them? And I think they should.
So, I mean, that's fine, but could you not also, and I'm playing devil's advocate,
which you do very well. You dress up well.
Could you not also argue that, even though it was 14 games for OJ, defenses today might be a little bit better?
That doesn't apply to me. Nope, it doesn't. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply. You still had to get those yards.
Sure.
So the defense in 1972, you can't compare defense in 2025. So that's the way it was then.
Well, you also can't compare. I mean,
for example,
could OJ? Okay, so hypothetically, you're going to argue. Man, I almost made a joke. I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it,
but you're going to argue this too. With OJ, I mean, if you take OJ today, he's probably not, even with 16 or 17 games, he's probably not a 2,000-yard rusher.
You can't do that. That's you can't do the hypotheticals. You cannot do that. It's what happened at that time. It's what happened at that time. Satchel Paige.
How dare you put holes in my theory?
If Chase's stats don't add up, I don't have a joke for that. But you can't. I don't think you could do it. I mean, for example, if you go back and watch, I love old NFL, 70s and 80s. I mean, Terry Bradshaw and those guys got the hell beat out of them at quarterback. If you look at Patrick Mahomes, it's a 15-yard penalty. I mean, you see what goes on now. I mean, the receivers back then were just knocking guys down, taking your head off. There's no pass interference.
Right.
So it's a different time, and the game has evolved. But if you're doing something in 17 games that I did in 14, I think it should be known that you did it in 17 games. I think it should be known. That's it. A record. How many games?
I think isn't the asterisk next to OJ?
Asterisk,
whatever. Isn't it next? You're on the radio. You should talk right. Isn't it? I think it's next to OJ. And says that it says he did it in 14 games.
I don't know, but I think there should be. Should the asterisk be on OJ or should it be on the 17 game guy who did it?
I don't know.
But I mean, you love baseball. I can't stand baseball.
But did Derek do it in 16 or 17?
16. Didn't 17 start? Yeah, he did it in 16 games. Is that right?
Actually, I want to say he might have done it in 15. That's another thing. I mean,
all right.
I don't disagree with you, but I think people are always going to argue that, Yeah, different eras, and it's like the whole LeBron Jordan thing that you can't compare apples to apples.
No, and that's a whole nother topic over there. But these are actually records that were broken, that were established. I mean,
16 games. So Derek did it in 16 games.
and I think it's more individual of a season. Like Brady has 8,000 touchdown passes, but he kept extending and going on and on. But within a season, with the framework of a season, if you did that and a guy did it in lesser game or fewer games than you did, then that should be.
And he did it in lesser carries too. It took Derek 378 carries, and OJ did it 332 carries in 14 games.
So OJ had less carries.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I just go by games played.
He averaged 6 yards a carry. Derek averaged 5.4 yards a carry.
Pretty good. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from these guys.
Sure.
Because that's a huge accomplishment. But at the same time, I mean, I think there's got to be noted that a guy.
Now you got me going down a rabbit hole here.
Good.
So Eric Dickerson did it in 16 games. Now so let me ask you this. Because he had 2105. OJ had 2003. So are you factoring that in, even though it was 2 more games?
I think there should be something there.
Because he averaged 5.6 a carry.
Well,
but it took in 379 carries.
But he had 2 more games.
Yeah.
So if you gave OJ 2 more games back then, we don't know. He could have gotten 40 yards a game. He could have gotten 200 in each game and rushed for 2,400 yards. You just don't know. But you know who does know?
Who? Yeah, Trey. Let's go, Trey. What you got today?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
We're good, brother.
Hey, so y'all had fun with the ladies yesterday, huh? Y'all couldn't talk to me, but y'all talked to them, huh? I see how y'all do.
Oh my God.
Next time I see y'all gonna talk to me.
Okay, we got it. Why don't you come out here where we are today and talk to us?
I can't help it, Trey. I can't help it that they were cuter than you, man. I can't help it.
Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you not one bit, buddy. Not one bit. But what I wanted to say that when these new players so-called break these records, I think it's unfair to the OGs that has broke those records in like 12 games, 13 games. So when it takes a player to break a record at 16 games, it should be separate, or it should be like blocks of time, like 10-year spans or 20-year spans. And I don't think it's fair to the older players and the Hall of Fame players that, have these records that's been withstanding for 20 or 30 years. It's not fair. And when every time somebody come on ESPN or something like that talking about somebody break a record, I turn the TV off. I don't even want to hear about it. And y'all have a good day. Thank you.
Thanks, Trey. Appreciate it. Okay, what do you think about this? 4395 said, it's not broken, it's a new record.
Tomato. I get it, but
well, I mean, because I think you can say like Chris Johnson or Derrick Henry are in the 2,000-yard club, as is O.J. Simpson, but they're kind of different stats.
Therefore, it needs an asterisk.
Or they're just different stats.
They are different stats, but I need to know why they're different. An asterisk will dictate that, what's the asterisk for? And then you'll say, he did it in 14, he did it in 16. I think it's more specific, not Pacific, specific to a season. Like your career stats are something else because you can play on without injuries. But I think within a season, it should be though. And the one that comes to mind are home runs and rushing yards.
Okay.
They come to mind with me.
There are a lot of you want to weigh in on this on our text line. So we will do that coming up next. We'll continue this conversation. Yes. Coming up here, Chasing Big Joe live in Lebanon today, 102.5 The Game.
This is your boy bowl with the name Chevy.
That was me.
And this is the girl bowl with M&Ms with the name Ass Turd.
It can't be right.
Michael wrote down Ass Turd.
She said it is the name of a Viking princess. So,
Ass Turd.
I know. It is beautiful. No, thank you.
By the way, I love our audience. I'm being corrected on the word asterisk. I say asterisk. It's asterisk. Thank you.
I think I say asterisk too. Here's the thing, though. Don't correct me. I'm on the radio. You're not. I was kidding. Dr. Crane's taking me out of context. Little Hank bringing us back. All right. So a lot of you going in on this, and then we're going to tell you more why we're here. Devin and Dixon, I don't like the asterisk conversation in sports because it ultimately doesn't matter. Last Friday, I called in about the NASCAR points championship format. Are we going to say everyone who won a championship in the top 3 series of NASCAR between 2014 and 2025 aren't true champions because of the crappy point system? No, it is what it is, and it still counts. No asterisks in sports. What's done is done.
Again, far-reaching tentacles of this. I mean, it's just about
It is, but
now.
But it is because, like, in Wes in Clarksville says, to me, the NASCAR playoffs don't count as good as the old days when you had to be good the whole year, because Jimmy Johnson would not be a 7-time champion if it was the old way. That is true.
Great argument.
That is very true, because
Yes.
if they had run, let me pull this up. There's a great Twitter account
Big Joe on the go.
Yes, that does the old NASCAR Winston Cup points now, and so using the old point standings, which the new ones started in 2004, Jeff Gordon would be a 7-time champion.
Okay.
Jimmy Johnson would have 3.
This is the old school way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Kevin Harvick would have 4. He's got 1 under the current.
So we can go on.
Yeah.
So this deserves an asterisk.
Christopher Bell would have 2.
Okay.
He has 0.
But you know why they don't? Because it's not how they do it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So that might deserve. Did Christopher Bell ever win one?
No.
That his name, I don't want to see his name.
But I mean,
under any format, he never won.
Right. But I
Right?
mean, using the old format today, he would.
Yeah, but we can't do that. But you could throw an asterisk down and say, look, if this was the old way, he'd win a title.
Sure.
That's fine. And that therefore lies the argument about the asterisk and what it should be and should not be applied to. I think it should be applied to single season rushing records in the National Football League. I really do. Now, college football has added a game. So they were 11, now they've gone 12. Maybe that should be in there. Tony Dorsett, what he ran for is different from what Derrick Henry ran for at Alabama. I don't include playoffs, just the regular season.
Hair Metal Henry agrees with you on this one. I'm with Joe on this one. Joey Chestnut can eat 80 hot dogs in 3 minutes. I haven't eaten 80 hot dogs in 3 years.
And I determined that's a lie.
Jeremy in Clarksville, yes, you need an asterisk. If you walk 100 miles in 2 days and someone else walks 100 in a week, those aren't the same.
Love
there
it.
you go.
Thank you. Love that. Love it a lot.
Are you putting an asterisk next to Barry Bonds' home run record? That it's a fair question, but there's some differences there, and that's the whole argument with should those guys go in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
I say yes, they should, because even though yes, there is evidence that they use steroids, I still think they would have been Hall of Famers. So you can't argue that made them a Hall of Famer.
Again, was it all?
And if it makes you feel better to put an asterisk next to their name that says, suspected of using steroids, then go ahead.
But was it illegal at the time?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So it was not illegal for them to do that, which they played by the rules at that time to do all that. So there is a lot of gray area, how gray charcoal, and then to see how these stats come together. But mine are individual stats within a certain year, a season. I'm not talking career, but in a season. The Barry Bonds home run arguments are great. Babe did it in 154 games, hit 60. Roger Maris hit it 61 in 162 games. So is the 8 games different? I mean, so we don't know. Babe might have hit 5 more home runs. That was always the debate back and forth.
And then you're going to have people that go, you would be putting the asterisk on everything. Alex Ovechkin is in his 21st season and breaking Gretzky's records, but Gretzky only played 20 seasons.
To me, career doesn't matter. I'm not doing a career.
Yeah.
Because he had longevity is fine. Within the season, OJ had less games than Derrick Henry and all that. What's the greatest single goal season in NHL history? Did somebody get 48? If Gretzky did 48 in 70 games and Chase McCabe did 50 in 82 games, well, there should be an asterisk.
Yeah, I maybe. Dustin in Hopkinsville says, man, I wish I could put an asterisk next to my first marriage.
Don't we all, buddy?
Okay, you want to tell us more on why we're here?
Yeah, let me talk amongst yourself for 1 second.
All right, we'll do that. We're going to bring in some help on this. Our college football game of the week is LSU and Alabama, starting at 6:30 on 102.5 The Game. That's presented by Twin Peaks Restaurants and Circus Sportsbook, Kentucky. Coverage also available on the Game Nashville app and at theGameNashville.com. So be sure to check that out tomorrow. And our NFL game of the week is the Patriots and the Bucks, which you can hear at noon here on 102.5 The Game, as we'll have a doubleheader. So Joe's going to tell us a little bit more about what's going on here at Reunion Township.
All right, there we go. They're on the fly. We're here with Kristen Geraci, right? Did I say that correctly?
You did.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us out, Reunion Township 109. Beautiful, quiet, nice, perfect property out here. Why is this so attractive to everybody?
Well, it's off the beaten path a little bit, but it's centrally located between Lebanon and Mount Juliet and Gallatin, and close to the lake, close to the small town vibe of Lebanon and the big bustling town of Mount Juliet.
Yeah, and we're nestled between 2 lakes, Old Hickory and Percy Priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell everybody, your job, your life is stressful, but where you live should be not stressful, right?
Yes, and this is like living at a resort.
It is. Tell us about the private attached garages, which I think people have waited like, what? Apartment? Like, you have private attached garages here.
You do. And because of the way the garages are laid out under the apartments, it's very private, and it's you're not getting all the sound you do at a normal layout.
Yeah, which is great and so you're not getting cold in the wintertime.
Correct.
You're not getting rained on, and it's safe.
And you have security.
And you have security.
Parking inside and having that entry into your apartment.
Yeah. So when you see resort living, it's like, okay, I know what a resort is. And now you see it and feel it's tangible in your backyard. I mean, this is a perfect place to live.
It is a perfect place to live. I love it. I love it so much that I live here, and all of our employees live here.
See, that's the rousing and ringing endorsement of Reunion Township at 109. You guys love it so much you live here.
Yeah, we're not required to live here. We all choose to live here because it's a beautiful property.
And the pools are huge. You have a putting green. You have the rec room is perfect. I mean, this is like being on a cruise ship.
We have complimentary Starbucks coffee and tea available to our residents all the time, and we have a rec room with shuffleboard and a pool table and vintage video games. We have an outside pergola with a fireplace and a flat screen, and we have a fire pit with 6 chairs, and grilling station. So we have everything that you could possibly want.
So if I say get away from the noise, that's this place.
That is this place.
Oh, it's beautiful. The website, reuniontownship.com. It's beautiful. And thank you for having us out here, because I've eaten all your food and I've gotten snacks on the floor, and I apologize.
No problem.
But you said treat it like I'm at home.
We're happy to have you.
Oh, you're the best.
Anytime.
Kristen Geraci.
Correct.
Did I say it right?
You did, again.
Get out of here now, Chris. Thank you so much for the hospitality. We appreciate you. All right, thank you. That's it. We're live today at Reunion Township at 109, the website, reuniontownship.com for information. It is beautiful, and the private attached garages are even better. We got that. All right, we'll come back with more of the second hour of the Chasing Big Joe show right here, 102.5 The Game.
Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, the game here on this Friday here in Lebanon, Reunion Township off 109. He's Big Joe. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos.
You sound sad. What's wrong?
Oh, I was just reading some of these texts. Al does not agree with me and says H to the NO on Bonds as compared to Rose getting into the Hall of Fame. No freaking way. They both should be in. How about that?
Pete Rose should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Because he broke a rule?
He bet on the game of baseball, which was a no-no. He was told, do not bet on the game of baseball, and he did it anyway. And you could say, well, he didn't bet on the Reds. He bet.
Don't know if I can say that, actually.
But he bet on the game of baseball. And so that's a no. I mean, that's a no-no. Steroids is not in anywhere in that, right?
No. I still think it should be in. Because here's why. Because all the writers that vote on it are far from perfect. And it's so hypocritical to, yeah, he broke a rule or he shouldn't have bet on baseball. But are we keeping people? I mean, if we're going, because that's moral. I mean, there's some morality with that too, right?
Yeah.
If we're going with that, then kick OJ out of the Hall of Fame.
But OJ did what he
OJ
did
killed two people.
after the game of football.
OJ killed two people.
Okay, I know that.
You want that in the Hall of Fame?
Of course not. But it's an athletic accomplishment.
I'm just
Pete
saying.
Rose was still employed by baseball doing that.
And now he's dead. So
Yeah.
what does it matter? Like now he's going in because they've
I get
reinstated
that.
him.
And
But,
also, you can't slander the dead. You know that?
yeah,
call,
you can't.
call Pete whatever you want. He broke the rule at the time.
He broke the rule, but a lot of people that I bet you if you go and look at any halls of fame, you're going to find some rule breakers. So it just, we want to pick and choose. People want to pick and choose.
Ty Cobb is one of the worst men who ever walked planet Earth. Just an awful, awful man. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Just an awful man.
Sure.
But being an ignorant, racist jerk is not a prohibitive not to get you in the Hall of Fame. So,
right.
I mean, we're going to argue. This will be an argued till the day that the good Lord comes back.
Sure.
I mean, it's just an argument all the time. But
Now, there's two people that disagree with you.
That's fine.
Because here's the other thing. Whether I think a majority of the people just like Pete Rose for what he was. They know he was a flawed man, that he bet on baseball.
Oh, I think he's the greatest baseball player of all time.
He is the greatest baseball player
of all time.
And so people are just like, he should be in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean,
but he broke.
He did. I'm not denying that.
Major rule, and he knew it.
Right. And he got
bet
busted
on baseball, and I get all that. And the movie is great with all that, showed all that, and that's great. But he betted on baseball. I think he's the greatest player of all time.
I think what they should have done is suspended him for 2 years and let him go play basketball. That might have worked.
There's a test case for that as well. But again, the Hall of Fame to me, you know how I feel about that because of two people. And now I think, was it the other day, Dan Patrick got an Odell Murphy rant, or Chipper did.
Yeah, Chipper did.
Chipper did, okay, about why Dale Murphy's not in the Hall of Fame.
Chipper made a great argument, and I actually really like this, on why Dale Murphy, he made the argument that Dale Murphy and Andrew Jones should both be in the Hall of Fame. And that they should take, he goes, there's roughly 75 living Hall of Famers, right? They should take 75 votes away from the writers that don't know anything.
Sure.
And give those votes to the living Hall of Famers, and that the living Hall of Famers should get a vote.
I can see that.
I am totally okay with that.
I see that. Yep. And someone's like, well, Harold Baines got in. His stats are less. And then Scott Rowland got in. I don't blame Scott Rowland and Harold Baines for the Hall of Fame. That's not their fault. They got elected. But the simple fact that Dale Murphy, again, is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame is an absolute crime of baseball.
I think he's going to get in, but I'm with you. Dale Murphy should be, he's a 2-time MVP.
He's the only 2-time back-to-back MVP not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he should be in. And I think there's a case for Andrew. And I'm not just saying this as a Braves fan. Like the numbers, and you do have to look at eras. I think baseball is the one sport where the eras do matter a little bit when talking about a Hall of Fame.
I agree, because there were not relief pitchers in the 40s, 50s,
No.
and 60s, and up to like they started in the 70s. But you also, I think, you look at a good player on absolute terrible teams.
Sure.
The Braves, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. They traded him in 90. I know they won the AL West in 80, the NL West in 82. They were terrible. And you could pitch around Dale Murphy, but he was amazing.
Yeah.
He was amazing. And what he did on terrible teams is Hall of Fame worthy. It just drives me nuts that he's not in the Hall of Fame.
So would you forgive baseball if he finally got in?
Yeah, I'd go a long way.
Okay. Well, I mean, that right there is.
I'd go a long way.
You get Big Joe Dubin to support you again if you put Dale Murphy in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And Ed Too Tall Jones in the Pro Football Hall
Don't get
of
me
Fame.
started. I'm ready for a weekend and our week ahead of us. I'm ready for all that. Now you got me upset. Again, the fact that Too Tall Jones is not in the Hall of Fame.
The only reason he's not in is because they didn't measure sacks, right?
They didn't measure sacks back then. And also it's like, well, you had Harvey Martin, and then you had a few of the Randy White for the guys that did make which are all deserving.
Yeah.
But I'm telling.
But why does that keep somebody out?
But it's like Diego Pavia for the Heisman, right? His
Yeah.
stats aren't the greatest, but he lifts everybody up around him. Too Tall Jones was the impact of the game of football was amazing.
I do hate the argument of like, well, this guy didn't win as many All-Pros. This guy didn't have as many All-Pros because of this guy. It's like, okay, well, that's not his fault.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
that's.
Let me ask you this. Jared Allen went in the Hall of Fame last year, right?
Yep.
Too Tall Jones is not. Immediately reaction like, huh? Too Tall Jones deserved to be in the Hall of Fame over Jared Allen.
Well, and this is what I will say. I think Jared Allen in his era put up the numbers that qualify him for the Hall of Fame. Ed Too Tall Jones is getting punished because the numbers that would help him didn't exist in his era.
Yeah.
And they should retroactively exist.
And I think numbers are a big part of it. They shouldn't tell the whole story.
Agreed.
Should not tell the whole story.
Somebody like there should be a group with the Hall of Fame that should go back and look at players like Ed Too Tall Jones and do some retroactive numbers. But I mean that he to me is a Hall of Famer.
He is. Yep. 100%. So we have a special guest behind you right there. Let me look at this stat. Let me give you Joe Namath stats, okay? Joe Namath, his stats. Let me find these real quick overall. So Joe Namath, his completion percentage was at 50%. He threw 173 touchdowns, 220 interceptions. He had a career passing rating of 65. But Joe Namath 100% deserved to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
So
he's one of the best in his era.
He's one of the best in his era, and the numbers aren't. But what he did for the game of football, we had Mike Greenberg on talked about the impact of Joe Namath, how he swung the AFL to make it legitimate with the NFL. Impact, not for a year, but a 10-year career. Impact.
I go back to what John McClain said when he was on our show, and he was talking about the argument of putting Bud Adams in the Hall of Fame. Because anybody in any Hall of Fame, I think, this question applies. Can you tell the story of that sport without that person?
You're right. I agree 100%. It's time for Bud to go in.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think in that, like, can you, again, even with the betting on baseball, can you tell the story of baseball without Pete Rose?
You cannot. But Bud didn't bet on baseball like he did. I'm going to pull up one more stat before I know we got to get out of here in a second. But like Ken Stabler, another guy. You think Ken Stabler's a Hall of Fame quarterback? I mean, he is because he's in the Hall of Fame. But Ken Stabler's stats were very mundane. I mean, they were not great in any extent of what you consider Hall of Famers. I mean, Ken Stabler finished his career pass rating of 75, 194 passes, 222 interceptions. I mean, way below anything, but he made the Hall of Fame because the impact of Ken Stabler. Now, I got a text earlier about Archie Manning. Archie Manning was a good quarterback, terrible teams, but he didn't live up to it
I
because
still
of the
don't think
stats.
well,
He's not.
he's
His
a-
stats weren't good because football is a team game.
yeah.
Baseball, you hit home runs, RBIs, you do it yourself. But if you're not surrounded by 10 good players, you're not getting in the Hall of Fame. Archie Manning, sadly enough, was not surrounded by a good cast. Therefore, he'll never get in the Hall of
Is
Fame.
he a college football Hall of Famer?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he was one of the best college
Yeah.
players ever.
Yeah.
But he got drafted by the horrible Saints
Right.
and got the hell beat out of him for years.
Right.
And then he got traded to,
The Oilers.
and then
Vikings.
see, this kind of stuff makes me cry because you've got that. I love it. You know the history. I love it.
615-737-1025. We'll get back to our question of the day,
Which
is
Okay. We're live at Reunion Township here in between Mount Juliet and Lebanon. Beautiful place. What was your first apartment like? Not your dorm room, your very first apartment. Chase talked about his apartment with 4 roommates?
Yep.
2 guys
3.
and 2 girls.
Yep.
Which is really a bad sitcom. Anybody get pregnant now?
No,
Okay, sure. All right. My apartment was with Coach Wells. We had a TV, a foot locker, 2 lawn chairs, and beds on the floor. It was absolutely disgusting, but it was our disgusting. We want to hear what your first apartment was like. 615-737-1025.
We'll do that coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game.
which is really a bad sitcom. Anybody get pregnant? No.
No.
Okay, all right. My apartment was with Coach Wells. We had a TV, a Foot Locker, 2 lawn chairs, and beds on the floor. It was absolutely disgusting, but it was our disgusting. We want to hear what your first apartment was like.
No. Home is where you make it. Home, where you make it.
Oh,
Everybody know that.
I'm glad you didn't play the rest of that. But that was
man,
good.
right?
615-737-1025, your first apartment. 8586 says the guys got pregnant. Look, I gained about 60 pounds that I still haven't lost, so there you go.
Did you guys cook or something? What'd you do? Go out to eat all the time?
No, let me tell you, and I try and warn, college kids about this. There was a Sonic within walking distance of the apartment, and I realized I just had no self-control.
Oh, well, I can see that.
Yeah.
That was before the app and everything else.
Oh, yeah. No. It's like, man, my mom's not here to tell me I can't go get a burger at 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to go.
Oh, man.
So that's where we were. Dustin in Hopkinsville said, walls, paint, wet carpet by the AC periodically, 70s couches, a water bed, no need for birth control.
Yes. Oh, man. How many? It's funny because we always forget to pay the light bill. We always forgot. It's like, did you get it? No, I get it. And our electricity will always go off. Because you couldn't go online and you had to actually go down there and say, hey, can you turn my lights back on? And then they did it.
I feel like you and Walt should have been a sitcom.
It was something. I can't tell 98% of the stories, but that's it. I mean, that's your first place. You get out. I mean, so to see that now in lawn chairs and a Foot Locker and a TV, but that's every guy our age. That did that.
Mike in Lebanon said, my first apartment had a living room, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom. The ceiling was 6 foot. I'm 6'1". The whole place would fit my current kitchen, which is 16 by 24.
Oh, that's great. Did you live in a shed? What the hell? See, that's what we're looking for. Those are good stories right there.
Oh, that's so good.
Because you own the world at that moment. I didn't need anything else. I forgot we had a boom box in the corner that played CDs. There was no streaming. There was nothing else. We just had that.
Yeah. All right, keep these coming. 615-737-1025. This would be a fun story to ask athletes. Like before you got big, like where was your first apartment?
Yep. And now I think it's different.
Yeah.
Because they get some nice stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Some of these dorm rooms / apartments you go to college are like living at the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
It's like, did you just check in at the Omni? I mean, it's that nice. But the other ones are, when I went to junior college to play football, I remember walking in asking the RA, I said, hey, where's my closet? He's like, you're what? I'm like, we're going to get a closet? He's like, no, you don't get a closet. So me and my roommate had just a pile, like, Randy, that's your pile. Here's my pile. That's what it was. But I'm telling you, it made you into something. I mean, those dark days but you lived it, man. Yeah. You loved it, and now it was wonderful. And you look back like, God, that was some special days.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, you have me thinking about that freshman year at MTSU. I'm like, man, I kind of miss that. That was fun.
No worries.
Nope.
There were no worries.
Nope.
Like, is my fake ID going to work at the borough? That's your only problem in the world right now.
I didn't have one of those.
You have a fake ID?
Uh-uh.
Oh, man. We got our fake IDs in Panama City, and it would be your address. So my address was 362 Burning Tree Drive, USA. There was no city, and the thing never failed. You know how it never failed. I forget. I got it taken. I lost it. So the fake IDs never failed.
Yeah.
Bouncers out there, bartenders, you know how you can bust a fake ID? Very simple. We've talked about this.
How?
Ask somebody what their zodiac sign is. If they don't know, it's a fake ID.
Because they don't know the
when were you
birthday.
Born?
June.
What's your zodiac sign?
Cancer.
Dr. Crane?
I'm a Leo.
There you go. We all know our zodiac. Even if you say, I don't believe that, you know it. And if you don't know it, I'm going to question you. So it's how we would always bust people from a fake ID. Usually it was the guys we busted, not the girls. Hey, how about that Phyllis Diller? Ain't she something?
That's funny. I'll have to share something with you off the air that I just got.
It's Alan Jackson. Hey, boy.
No, it is not. 6-1.
That's what she said.
Dustin in Hopkinsville is on it today. He's talking about Mike in Lebanon's first apartment, and he goes, bro caught a ceiling fan in the nipple.
Was it Mike in Lebanon?
Yeah, that had he was 6'1" and had the 6-foot apartment.
I got somebody texting and asking if Mike, was your first apartment on a Navy ship? That's what they wanted to know to do all that. But I mean, you're right. He's like when Garth Brooks moved here, that documentary when he lived in Goodlettsville at that duplex. I mean, that's disgusting. But that's at the time you're not focused on. You just need a place to lay your head as you pursue your dreams.
Yeah, but I mean, I think anybody has that story. You know, like I lived in a shoebox and then.
Well, not to lead into our next guest has a story. He told me one time about his living arrangements.
Oh, yeah.
Starting out.
We will ask him this question coming up next. Sean Henry, the CEO of the Nashville Predators, will join us. They're getting ready to head to Sweden. They're not taking us with them, but that's fine.
We're fine with that.
That's cool. Whatever. We'll talk to Sean coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Friday at Reunion Township. Here, I was just listening to this song earlier.
Love it.
Yeah, well done. Here in Lebanon, having fun today. And let's bring in the one and only Sean Henry, the CEO of the Nashville Predators, who joins us now. Sean, good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, guys. How are you?
We're good. We're good. I know you have to be excited. Are you packed yet? Are you packed for Sweden?
You know, you sound like my wife. I am not packed yet. I was going to pack tomorrow after our game, and he encouraged me to probably pack on maybe tonight in case I need to get something. So
yeah,
it's an odd trip to pack for, right? Because we're going to New York on Sunday, have the game obviously Monday, and then we leave after that game. So it's a few different things in there, and I don't change during the day. Like whatever I wear, I wear. I got to be really careful what I pick out for the game on Monday because I'll be wearing that outfit for about 30 hours.
you might want to dress comfortably.
Yeah, amen. Well, speaking of comfortably, how come I get invited on your locations when you're like in Lebanon or Dixon? Why don't I get invited in the studio when you go to Key West?
You're in Sweden. We sent you the email, and you're like, "Sorry, guy." Or it was like, "Sorry, girls, I'll be in Sweden." We're like, "Okay, we get it now." But you're always invited.
This is going to be a great trip, but I'm a little jealous. Key West weather might be a hair nicer.
Well, we were so bummed that we weren't going to be able to go to Sweden. We just had to book this trip. So that's what we decided to do.
Well, you guys certainly took some lemonade or lemons and turned it into margaritas. So that's good.
We did.
We were going to go to Sweden, but we couldn't find a car to get us over there. So we're like, we can't make that trip.
Sean, I mean, speaking of Sweden, like the NHL, this I think is a credit to all of you that the NHL continues to include the Predators in these tentpole events like the Global Series. This is now the second one in the last few years that you all have gotten to do. I know that you have to be very proud of that.
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, I mean, our league really does enjoy Nashville. The passion of our fans, the support of our partners, the openness of our own organization and staff and players, coaches, GM, you know, to say yes to a lot of things and make the whole experience better for everyone involved. That's why we have so many fans that go. You know, our players really put themselves out there, you know, spending time with fans over there, clinics and those sort of things. So it's really easy for the league to work with us because our fans make it something that makes them take notice. So, yeah, we're really proud of it. The other night, a season ticket holder was, I couldn't believe this complaint. First one I heard like this. She said, it's so unfair that we get to do everything and some teams don't get to do anything. I was like, well, let's enjoy our own chocolate before we start sharing with the other teams, okay? Because there was a long time where we weren't included in these, you know, tentpole events. And the fact that over the past 10 years, we have an all-star game, an awards show, the draft, 2 outdoor games, and now our second trip overseas. I mean, yeah, we're getting more than our fair share, but at the same time, our fans make it easy to get that. So call me a glutton, but it's a good thing.
I think it's a great thing. Sean Henry with us from the Nashville Predators. The impact. How do you quantify the impact of what this trip can do for the franchise? Is there a way or no?
Yeah, I don't think there's a direct way, which always bothers me. You know, I really like metrics, you know, where you can do X, you earn Y, or this is what's built. For this, it really is a little bit more gut, but it's also a pretty big payoff for our players and our overseas fan base. So when we went to Roman's hometown last time for a preseason game and then went to Czech Republic, you know, we got to touch 2 fan bases and further solidify who we were in Switzerland. You know, now we're going to Wilsby and Forsberg's home country, which is a big deal. So one, it's good for them. It's good for their families who have never seen them play in the NHL. But there is a growth in fans. There's no doubt. When we get our overseas TV ratings, it's always nice to see a spike after these types of trips. But again, it's hard to put a monetary number on that. But I do think it's nice to take some of your star players, some of your young players, and allow them to be even a bigger star for a week and have all their teammates kind of celebrate it with them. So that is nice. But again, it's hard to really measure it. I do know we talked about it for years and years afterwards for those that go on the trip. And this time we have about 350 fans going. Last time we had about 200. So that's really good too. We put together a lot of fun things for our group to do together.
Well, again, it could be 352 if you just ask Chase and me to go, but that's we'll talk about that at the Christmas party, Sean, about that. We had Greg Wyshynski on yesterday and asked about teams doing international travel because I know coaches hate getting out of a routine, and he gave me an answer, Sean, that kind of surprised me. He said talking to players on international travel, they love it because they have a chance to really bond together in a place they've never been, and because everybody talks about how it brings the team closer. So I think this is a cool thing to bring a hockey team together when you make international travel.
Yeah, I think you're so spot on, and especially when you look at what the schedule looks like. We'll end up landing Tuesday morning, and then we have no games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll only have one practice in there. Then you have the game, of course, Friday, and then a completely off day on Saturday. We'll have a practice, but then a fan event with our players, and then, of course, the game, then we fly home. But then you have 4 days off again. So it does not force, but it allows the opportunity for the guys to do some unique things that they don't normally do. Every one of our teammates or players, they've been to Chicago 1,000 times, Dallas, New York, wherever. Now they're going to a place where maybe only 4 or 5 of them have ever been, and they'll do some pretty unique things together that do bring you together. And I assume I'll do some karaoke with Phil at the ABBA Museum, or we'll all see one of the oldest battleships in the world completely restored, or the Nobel Museum. Well, when you see the guys doing those things together, it does change how you relate to each other in a pretty unique manner.
We're talking to Sean Henry, the CEO of the Nashville Predators. So I do like getting the updates whenever you or Michelle are on the show, because I know there's a lot going on with Centennial Sportsplex and the proposal that you all have put forth. So what is the latest with that?
Yeah, it continues to move forward, which is nice. There's park board meeting in a few weeks for them to either give their approval or disapproval, regardless of how it goes. And ideally, we get the approval, then it goes to the second reading of City Council sometime in December, and then third and final reading in January. And those that aren't, those are looking at the deal, negotiate the deal, put the deal together, completely embrace it. Understand what it'll do for Centennial. Know that we're going to take all the great programs that are run there currently and have been for decades, and allow them to continue to do what they do, just in a slightly enhanced venue, a venue that you're not going to have to worry about where will the investment come from if something were to happen. And there's been about $20 million of deferred maintenance in the building that we're going to take over, and then add another $10, $15 million to the public side of the rinks to make sure they're even better than they are now. Modernize them a little bit, but at the same time, play to the history that's there, and then enhance the legacy programs that play out of there, whether NYHL or Flyers or NSA or sled hockey, the adult leagues there. Some of these guys have been playing since youth hockey. Now they're literally in their 70s. So our job is to get out of the way and let them keep doing what they're doing. But with that said, there's a lot of passion. There are people that love those programs, as they should. Many of our own employees and owners have either played in those leagues, or their kids or grandkids playing in those leagues, or have played, myself included. And, we've had a lot of interesting conversations where people want to, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do this, what are you going to do? And, we're going to put everything in writing for people. Not that we have to, because I think we've earned a lot of trust. But, of course, when you love something, you want to make sure that it's going to continue and flourish. And that's what we're going through right now. We had another open forum meeting the other night. These are things that we're choosing to do because we want to give people a voice and to be heard, but also hear us back. And I know there are a lot of rumors still out there. This is just a good thing. The Preds are going to have a state-of-the-art, gym and locker room and training room that doesn't impact the ice rinks at all. Obviously it's attached to it, and the rinks themselves will just get an upgrade. Whether it's enhanced restrooms and facilities and lighting and HVAC systems and ice skids, to make sure things can continue on, for years and years. I'm sure you guys go there all the time, and when you're there, it needs a little love, and I'm excited about it. I hear a lot of people say, well, why are they doing this? Why not build a rink still in the city, Williamson County or Gallatin or here or there? It's not one or the other. This is making sure we take care of one that's open already, work with Parks, and the Parks do such a great job. The forums that Monique is run, she's the executive director of Parks, does an incredible job. But, we've been working on this for about 5 or 6 years, on the eventuality of this or possibility of this. And I love the fact that she wants the public to weigh in. Let's listen to concerns. Let's waylay some fears. Let's build facts around people. But as we're doing this, we're also still having conversations, with Williamson County, with different cities within the county. Same thing with Hendersonville, Gallatin, and Sumner County. These things don't happen fast, but they happen faster. For those that want to complain that the Preds aren't doing something in their hometown, they happen faster when that person reaches out to their mayor or council person or alderman. Says, this is what I want. This is why I need it. Bellevue happened because two parents wrote an email to Council Lady Wiener, and she's so responsive to her constituents. We started working together right away, and 18 months later, we had Fordyce Center Bellevue. So instead of complaining why we're not doing something, get involved, write an email, make a phone call, because we need more ice, no doubt about it.
Well, here's what I like about you, and I'm being serious, is that you welcome the conversation, right? I mean, you talked about when you walk around the arena when the Preds aren't doing great, people talk to you. You love the passion. Same way here, right? I mean, you love – there's nothing hidden. You love it out in the open. Talk about it because it's face-to-face. It's better than hiding in a closet, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes it's difficult. Like, people – I mean, there's some very unfounded accusations. But after that, like most things, once you have a conversation, everyone starts nodding their head together. And us too. I mean, there are things that, we're going to change some things we do at Fordyce Center off of what we're learning in these forums, or certain things are done really well in Centennial. Let's pirate that for Fordyce Center. Conversely, there are things that happen at Fordyce Center that maybe we can benefit Centennial by. But make no mistake, NYHL, the Flyers, NSA, a few other skating programs that are emerging right now. The sled hockey program out there is incredible. Those things won't just continue to flourish. They're going to get even better. They'll have multi-year contracts for the first time ever. They'll know what the rates are, for the next 3, 5, 8, 10 years, whatever. That's important. But those are the things we're hearing. But sometimes it would be easier to be in that closet, Joe. I won't lie. But at the same time, it's so worth the time and the effort. And I think even when people still don't agree completely, you all respect each other a little bit more, by getting to know each other better.
No doubt. Sean, good luck with that and enjoy Sweden. We can't wait to hopefully come back with 4 points. That's obviously what we're looking for on the hockey side, but you all have a good time. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I don't want to be greedy, but I want 4 points in America before we go, and then we want to grab 4 of those Swedish points. My wife packed an empty bag to take them home with us. So we'll have a good time. And guys, remember, STF 50 or 70. I mean, you are a pretty pal dude, Chase. Make sure you load up.
I will take that. I will take that in consideration. Thank you, Sean.
Send some pictures of your body art. See you guys.
We will. Sean Henry, the CEO of the Nashville Predators, joining us here on the program. By the way, 7656. We were talking about zodiac signs. Says June is not Cancer zodiac. July is. Late June is. I'm June 25th. I think I know my zodiac sign.
Like the cutoff line's like the 23rd or 22nd for every zodiac sign.
I love people that's like, the sky's blue. No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I mean, I think I know my zodiac sign. We'll come back with what day is it and celebrity birthdays. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chase.
Good Lord. What's the thing they try to kill in Ghostbusters? The slime thing that's John Belushi?
Slimer.
Slimer. We just had a Slimer attack here at Reunion
Wait,
Township.
that's John Belushi?
Yeah. They
I
made
had
that.
no idea.
You knew that, right?
No.
You're the one that told me that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Slimer and Ghostbusters was an ode they wrote in for. That's John Belushi.
I didn't. I never knew that.
Yeah, that's their trick. If
That's
you go
so-
back and look at it, it's
So spot on.
right. It's perfect.
That's funny though. Chase and Big Joe 102.5 The Game here at Reunion Township in Lebanon off 109. Come by and check it out if you're looking for a place to live. We've had a lot of fun today. It is a little cloudy now, so the storm's starting to move in, but certainly keep your eye to the sky. With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
All right, first on the list we have Fountain Pen Day. Love those type of pens. Let's see, Hug a Bear
Joe
Day.
steals them.
Did you really steal those, Joe?
I do.
Yeah.
What's next?
When I buy pens, I buy 5 for me and 5 that I know Joe's going to steal.
And he is correct on that.
Okay. Next is Hug a Bear Day. So if you know,
Do you know where you could hug a bear?
not Dickerson Pike.
East Nashville.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Next is International Merlot Day. So if you like a nice
Thought that
red
was more
wine, you
North
could.
Nashville, but anyway.
Little League Girls Day. So Little League Baseball, all that, softball.
Right.
National Canine Lymphoma Awareness Day. So get your dogs checked. National Jersey Friday is today. National Medical Science Liaison Awareness and Appreciation Day. National Rentanol Day. National Notary Public Day. And the last two we have here is National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. Love some of that. And Love Your Lawyer Day. Shout out to my buddy Jackson. Just graduated law school this morning.
Well
Nice.
done, Jackson. Maybe he could be our lawyer when we're not sure
we
anymore.
might need one.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within 2. Our first birthday, Chase, you go first. Singer Joni Mitchell. How old is Joni Mitchell?
67.
63.
82. Dr. Crane gets to go now. After Christopher Knight, he was the middle Brady. Who's the middle Brady on Brady Bunch? He's the one that
I
went.
hated the Brady Bunch. So
He's
I
the
don't
one that
know.
went high on the song.
I don't
Sha-la-la-la-la-la.
know.
Anyway, Christopher Knight for the Brady Bunch. Dr. Crane, how old is he?
69.
Nice. 70.
68.
Oh.
Dr. Crane's on the
Yeah.
board. Chase, you get to go now. Kiss guitar player, current guitar player, rocker Tommy Thayer.
62.
64.
66. Dr. Crane's up 2-0. Dr. Crane, get it now. A guy I find very funny, actor Adam Devine.
I'm going to go 52.
48.
42. Chase, you get to go. Singer Lord.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to say 28.
40.
29. 2-1. Dr. Crane, you get to go now. Singer Johnny Rivers. How old is singer Johnny Rivers?
78.
It's a pretty good guess. 75.
83. Chase, you get to go now. How old is, man, some of these names I've never heard of. Rapper Tinny Timpa.
41.
Who?
Rapper Tinny Timpa. Don't you play like you don't know who that is.
I don't, but I'm going to go 32.
37. All right, we got our last two. Chase, you get to go for this one. Former Major League Baseball pitcher Jim Katt. Or Jim Cott. Sorry, Jim Cott, not Jim Cat. Jim Cott. God.
One you feed, one you sleep on.
Is that right? Jim Cott, former Cardinals pitcher.
Yeah. 64.
68.
87. All right, Dr. Crane, up 2-1. Our last birthday of today. How old is former Kentucky basketball coach Billy Gillespie? And then, Dr. Crane, is Connor Newt there?
He has walked in the door.
You can get help from Connor Newt.
No.
Nope, he gets help.
Uh,
Did you ask him?
He's thinking.
Well, we don't have time. We need answers.
56.
All right, Chase.
55.
Billy Gillespie is 56. Good job, Connor Newt. And that's it. Dr. Crane, you win 4-1.
Thank you. I think I've
wanna
won
give
3 or 4 days in a row.
We don't
You
care
you
about
have.
that.
That's-
We'll get started about today.
If you want to go to Key West, you better shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. I want to give a birthday shout out to our good friend Emily. It's her 30th tomorrow.
30.
Yeah, the dirty 30.
Big deal. It's a 30. Every day.
It's downhill from here,
No,
right?
it's not, man. Every day's better. Aging is a privilege denied to many.
Yeah. Wow. That's Big Joe Dubin.
Thank you for that. We leave our show every day. We talk the message about, guys, if you're struggling to talk to somebody on your cell phone, you can dial 988. Somebody's always there to talk to you. We are always here to talk to you. You can go to the website, thegamenational.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and there is help there for you. We just need you to talk to somebody. Please talk into somebody. Change my life. It could change yours. And you need to know how wonderful you are and how great your journey is and how beautiful you are. And know that we love you. And more importantly, and this is so important, know that God loves you. Know that, please. Have a great weekend.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. Connor Newt in today with D-Mace. That is all coming next here on 102.5 The Game.